1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
At the end of last week, we discussed On3's top 100 list, and this is per Clark Brooks, SEC StatCat. For those of you that may follow him on Twitter, put together the list, and he's very analytically driven of what he thought were the top 100 players in college football going into this year, and thankfully, probably not the right word, a couple of South Carolina players were featured not only in the top 100, but all specifically in the top 25. Dylan Stewart at number 3, Lenore Sellers at number 23, and then Jacarrius Peak, the transfer left tackle from NC State, being featured at number 14. And Jacarrius Peak, I feel like, is a name that we're going to be talking about and hearing about a lot this offseason in reference to what his impact can be here at South Carolina. And to no surprise, when Pete Nakos of On3 put out his list of most impactful transfers of this college football offseason so far, he listed Jacarrius Peak as one of those guys. Now, this isn't listed in a specific order or anything like that. It's just a bunch of names that he put in this article. But he said specifically the South Carolina offensive line issues were well documented in 2025, with quarterback Lenore Sellers sacked 42 times. Shane Beamer's program worked to revamp the offensive line in the portal, letting a key piece in the NC State offensive tackle, Jacarrius Peak. 6'4", 298-pound offensive tackles, played 2,200 career snaps, and allowed 3 sacks in 2025. So, again, from a national standpoint, getting a lot of buzz and recognition for what his abilities are, and hopefully that translates over to him having success here at South Carolina. We did get some news at the end of last week as well that the NCAA has officially approved jersey patches going forward in college athletics, starting with this upcoming sports calendar year. And look, I think we all knew this was coming, right? We look at what happened this past year with the revenue stream of allowing on-the-field advertisements. We have the Blanchard Cat logos that have been on the field at Williams-Brice Stadium, for this past season of games, and will continue to be going forward. And it was so interesting, the conversation around that when it was first announced in the offseason. It was later in the offseason, I think July or August, sometime around there, when they made that formal announcement. And of course, anytime something changes from an aesthetic standpoint, there are people that are upset about it, and plenty of you called and texted and all that kind of stuff about your thoughts and feelings on it, which I understood. But as the season wore on, it just kind of became part of the field, right? Like, you don't, not that you didn't notice it because it's there, but it's not something that your eyes completely dart to because you're more focused on the game. And I feel like something similar is going to happen here with jersey patches. Yeah, the first game that you see South Carolina have one on against Kent State will be different. But as time wears on, like in the NBA and MLB, they've had jersey advertisements for a while now, and it just kind of blends in, right? I'm a Braves fan. They have Quickcrete Concrete on their sleeve, and now it's just become part of the uniform. I don't think about it. It's just kind of there. And I think it's going to be the same thing when it comes to these jersey advertisements for college sports as well. And this will be good across all sports, it appears. Sports Business Journal reported that, according to the research, college football and basketball teams could net anywhere between $500,000 and $12 million for their patches, which that goes a long way in terms of your rev share money, which, again, you have to can spend up to the $20.5 million every single year. But, again, you have to produce that money every single year. So if you're a program like an Alabama or a Texas, the real estate on your jersey is very valuable that you could net, into the tens of millions of dollars that could take care of a lot of that revenue share stuff pretty quickly on a year in, year out basis, which I imagine is going to be the way to go for a lot of these programs. Carolina, being an SEC school, will probably net a pretty penny themselves